And it's part of the tradition, actually, to intend that whatever practice we do be of benefit not only for us, but for everyone. And we start with that intention, and we also close with that intention. So at the end of our practice, we share, dedicate the bounty of the positive energies that we have cultivated together to everyone, to the whole world, to our teachers, the whole world, and very specifically to people in our hearts whom we know to be in difficulty. You can write your own name as well. People who have passed recently, we say they're in the bardo, in the intermediate state, and we make prayers for them as well. So you're invited to write the name of anybody who you would like to have remembered in that way at the end of our practice, and that's why the book is going around. The meditation that we cultivate is really of, we could say, mind and heart, because even this small intention to begin with, and we'll sing a verse that says we want everybody to be free of suffering, we want everyone, including ourselves, and it's very important that you include yourself in this, to have happiness and the causes of happiness. Because happiness has causes, and some of those causes, actually mainly those causes, have to do with how we ourselves live our lives. We are creating our future always by how we act, how we speak, how we interact with others. So we have that in mind. And even to think of that a little bit is, you may find, a little bit relaxing of the heart, a little bit expanding of the heart. So our practice is partly about expanding and partly about being very present and focused, because we need both those kinds of capacities in our lives. So in the practice that we do together, as you will see, there will be a place where we are training our mind on our breath, so keeping it in a fairly narrow contour and developing a focus, the capacity for focused attention, which is basic to everything we do in life, to relationships, to work, to being alive in our own lives. But we can't always walk around like that. So we also, with the use of sound, and we use the sound hong, hong, we, just as sound expands, your mind expands with it when you're paying attention to sound. It's partly why we love music, I think, because the mind is at rest and it's just kind of open and taking in and melting into the sound. So this is also something that we practice, matching the focused awareness of being trained on our breath with a more open awareness. Sound like your mind is everywhere and nowhere. And so that's also an important part of our experience, using our mind in those two different ways, and always in service of expanding a heart of kindness and compassion. So all that is just there in the practices that we do, and this is why we do them, to deepen our capacity to be in the present, to focus on what we need and wish to focus on, child, friend, family, boss, employees. We have a lot of need to focus in our lives, but we also have a need to be as spacious as sky itself. So we look at both those things. Okay. That makes sense? Do you have a question before we start? Okay. Mm-hmm. So let us begin with these aspirations, the four boundless thoughts. These are very central, actually, to Indian traditions in general, not only Buddhism, and at their heart, really, the golden rule that is central to all the great traditions. And we're expressing our wish to share that all beings have best possible opportunity in life, expressing our compassion and love and joy and equanimity. Claire's sister had a baby this morning. That's why she's not here. Hi, Claire. We're delighted. And if she has a name that you could let Gary know, we'll put her name in the book also at the end of practice. And you and your sister, of course. Okay. She usually leads our singing. May all beings always have happiness and its causes. May all beings always be free of pain and its causes. May all beings always be pain-free and live happily. May no beings ever cling to those near nor spurn those far. For as long as space abides, as long as the world remains, just so long may I be there, resolving all beings' pain. Tering, Gyamdo, Samgay?
No.
So that expressed, let that intention just resonate through your being as it will. You don't really have to do anything or work at it. It's there, it's ready to grow. And find your deep seat. Deep seat means that you're at the same time relaxed and also clear. So not slumping, but also not rigid. Famous middle way of the body. Like a young shoot in springtime rising out of the earth, with a certain kind of upward momentum that feels glorious. It's not stiff. Your back is not a board. It has undulations in it. Can allow that to occur. You can feel, if you move gently back and forth, the point where you can feel your sits bones just really sitting on your chair or your cushion. And when you can feel that in combination with your body rising uprightly, allows your skeleton to give you all the support that you need. There's a lot of support in your own body. Sometimes we work hard to supply a support that's already there. So your muscles can be at ease because, in fact, your skeleton, which is built for support, is there and is aligned. That's one way of resting. And of course, all of us are sitting here, supported by the room, but more importantly, we're supported by Earth, the Earth herself, which has a kind of love for our being here, which she expresses as gravity. So we're being held. And every one of us, you right now, are seated directly above the deep center of the earth. It's directly beneath you. You just take a moment to sense the truth of that. And that is an implicit, gentle invitation for your body to become a body of trust. You're being supported. You're being held. The center of the earth directly beneath you is sending forth its healing power and support. And see if your shoulders would like to be a little more at ease. Your hands are relaxed, your mouth, your cheeks. And with your hand, you can tuck your chin in just a little bit. When your chin is tucked in, it strengthens the central corridor of your body and gives you even more support. So rest in that for a moment. Harvey and I will sing an invocation, and then we'll continue with the guided meditation. Kyabda gyalwanam tang yer me pe, gandrin sumden tinchen lama che, ridzin chorme tupten jatsola, so wadep sonyam len tarchin sho. Seated in this way, your breath is able to move very easily and smoothly as your body is open, the central corridor down the midway of your upper body is open, and your breath is just flowing. And there's nothing to do, just let your breath be natural. It's not something you're trying to change. We approach this very gently. We just want to be aware. So let us leave aside any judgment that you should be breathing this way or that way. Just see how you actually are breathing. And gently bring your attention to your breathing. The sensation of air coming in through your nostrils, moving down your body, bringing in refreshment, clarity. And then when you exhale, the pleasure of relaxing into that clarity. And this is a description, not something you need to, not something to think about or make happen. It's just natural. When you breathe in, there's something refreshing, some more energy, something new, fresh, coming into you. And when you digested that and you exhale, then just naturally you are relaxed. And you relax, and that opens the clarity for you even more. So we'll do 2 short, a few minutes each, silent sessions of you just being present to your breath. And that means that when you notice that your mind has gone elsewhere, that's your first success. You're noticing that you are gone to another focus. Everyone's mind does that. Don't waste any energy lecturing yourself or doing anything, but just bring your attention back to your breath. As many times as you find it's gone, just bring it back. Begin again. In a few minutes I'll sound the bell, and then if you wish you can rest for a moment or two, and then we'll do another short, just being with the breath. And while maintaining the ongoing flow of your attention, now your exhalation expresses itself with sound. Om, Om, we'll sing together. Each of us singing at our own rate, whatever feels right for your breath and your body. And now your attention, your mind is melted into that sound. So there's a kind of expanding awareness that naturally comes forth for you. We'll see how that is. Nice. Room feels settled. Thank you. So we'll have a break of we'll come back in 10 minutes. Harvey has an announcement, though, before we move out of the room, and there's some refreshments for you.
So there's clearly a learning curve here for everybody. Leroy needs to move 3 cars, and if we could have people give him their keys, he would do this. I'm going to read out the cars: a Volvo, license DK1Z354, a Prius FTJ 2796, and a Toyota Sienna DGG 3752. Do we have those 3 people in this audience? If not, life is going to get interesting. 1, we have
2, 3.
3.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right, so if you give your key to Leroy. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
Dawn Mountain offers traditional Buddhist teachings, primarily in the Tibetan tradition, in a way that is accessible to contemporary Americans. Having studied and practiced for many years under recognized Tibetan masters, and understanding that these teachings provide a way to realize the natural state of mind that embodies profound wisdom and deep love, Anne Klein and Harvey Aronson wished to share these traditions here in the United States. As a result, they established Dawn Mountain in June 1996, based on the core belief that it is possible to cultivate a better understanding of our deepest nature, which in turn facilitates new levels of mental calm and self-acceptance.
So our inspiration really comes from our love and gratitude to our own teachers. They spent so much time and care with us over many, many years.
Kaizen Rinpoche was extraordinarily compassionate. He had a terrific sense of humor. And just his ability to be present and immediate and just there. Adzon Rinpoche is extraordinarily compassionate and grounded.
And we've had extraordinary experiences with Adzon Rinpoche, whom I met in Tibet in 96. And I've had many hours of just, one-on-one conversation, a person who has tens of thousands of students to attend to. Okay, there's this wealth of cultural wisdom in Tibet. It's encoded in texts, in practices, in rituals, in art, and many people in the West are attracted to it, and yet Westerners are Westerners. We're Westerners. We're not monastics. We may dedicate our lives to practice in our heart of hearts, but we have families, we have jobs, we have all kinds of responsibilities. So how can we communicate and really experience transformation through these practices? For that, some kind of bridging is necessary. We're also a community center, nonprofit community center, which is the hub of our work extending life skills, the life skills of cultivating calm, of cultivating ease in life, of cultivating kindness.
What did you do today that you liked?
Make the glittery thing to show your anger.
And what happened when you shook up the glittery thing?
It made me feel a little bit like I wanted to meditate in peace.
And then the Research Institute is where we look at what we can provide by way of information gained through research for the interested public. So we've mentioned that our own teachings here, which are drawn from work that we've done, our own translation work, our own study, and so forth, some of these will start appearing as pamphlets for practitioners here, and some of them will become books that will be published and will be widely available to the larger public. And I am right now in the process of gathering a team to translate a text from this tradition, which he powerfully feels, and which I also have a very, very strong wish to see translated. And we hope to do more of that. We've seen people telling us how their lives have changed, how their lives are improved, the comfort, the inspiration that they feel coming to Dawn Mountain. We really are inspired to envision a way that Dawn Mountain becomes a stable beacon and place of gathering for people who wish to practice at whatever level.
I trust the teachings. I feel in the place. I feel that I am constantly fed.
And I can feel my breathing better because of the way my legs are positioned.
How long have you been sitting like that?
I learned it when I started coming here.
And it's not only been in the spiritual sense, but also in every aspect of my daily life. I feel that I'm less stressed out. I don't get as angry or as depressed as I used to.
It's good. It teaches me how to kind of relax and be mindful and help with school and stuff like that whenever I get aggravated.
One of our projects that has come to partial fruition is that we have developed a curriculum, which is posted on our website, that is explains the open matrix of what a path, spiritual path, can be supported here at Dawn Mountain.
We've slowly become aware of the power of the media, and it is clear now that there is great interest in both our broadcasts from here, and from time to time we might be able to have broadcasts from Asia with Adzom Rinpoche or his sister Anila. Without students there are no teachers, and without teachers there are no students. We all dependently create one another. So we're very, very excited by the energy that is in the community. The community is alive, it is supportive, it is growing, and it really wishes to thrive, and we want to participate in that thriving in every way that we can. But we're really talking about finding a space of shared values. And if individuals share the values that we have in terms of coming to a deep appreciation of our innermost nature, then come and participate. That's the most significant thing that we can do together. Just sharing our participation is lovely and meaningful. And anything above and beyond that, by way of offering service for this community, offering financial, flows naturally. And we expect that that will just be a natural outflow for people because of that shared interest.
I ask precious 3 gems from deep in my pained heart. See me with compassion. I have no other hope. This dear human body, impermanence besets. Do you not fear your death, good and faithful student? The 5 skandhas gather and disperse who knows when. Heartily think on death, good and faithful student. Karma never deceives, so give up wrongful thoughts. Engage Dharma wholly.
te de karazolo ma lenje lo me yen pe me gi do para po yin la ye.
I ask precious three gems from deep in my pained heart. See me with compassion. I have no other hope. This dear human body impermanence besets. Do you not fear your death, good and faithful student? The 5 skandhas gather and disperse who knows when. Heartily think on death, good and faithful student. Karma never deceives, so give up wrongful thoughts. Engage Dharma wholly.
Thaka me yilute mita to bolete kitre den ye te de karzolo ma andi pung in so pa na ki lo te mendo ni ne ki wara so hi te de karzolo ma lenje lo me yen pe me gi do para po yin la ye.
I ask precious 3 gems from deep in my pained heart.
Leroy explicitly sends his thanks to everyone who moved your cars. We thank you as well. Woo. How nice. Really? Did they say hello harmoniously?
She wanted to know her characteristics, which were her characteristics.
Outstanding.
Tender caring.
Tender caring. Great. We came here this morning on Cambridge and actually didn't have trouble with traffic. Did people have trouble? Do you have trouble with the traffic? I know the parking we will work, see if we can smooth that out for future game days. Did you have trouble getting here, traffic-wise? Yes? What? Cambridge was good. Somebody had... Yeah, Cambridge was good. Who had trouble? Where did you come? You came from 610.
If you're coming from 610, don't take the Fanning exit, take the next exit.
The Alameda exit after on
Makes life a little bit easier.
so they were both full. So maybe try the Alameda exit from 610?
Yeah.
That's what you're suggesting,
Yeah,
right?
suggesting,
We'll post, if we haven't already, suggestions for how to get here the best way on game days, hopefully. But you came, so wonderful. It's a moment to see there's questions about the practice. We hope you'll take this home with you. It's really the kind of thing that deepens and grows and becomes part of you over time. We're good? Question? No? Okay. So
I could talk for 2 minutes.
you talk for 2 minutes? We'll
2
do.
minutes practice.
Okay. Then we should talk about our Tuesday and everything. Should we do that now or later? Tuesday or Saturday? Okay. Yes?
When we pronounce the Om, should we really think about the meaning, or can we simply pronounce it?
Oh, it's a good question. Should, when we pronounce it, we're actually saying hung. Om will work, but hung, because it's a kind of stabilizing sound. And no, don't think. This is all about sensing. Just feel the sound. Feel that your mind is just unified with the sound. Good question. We're training sensing, actually, which is a big part of the course that's coming up that starts on Tuesday, actually, just to sense what is going on with us. And that will help us connect with others. Yeah.
So I'll just say something briefly. When we are mindful of the breath or mindful of chanting, there is certainly an attending and a intending. We're intending to focus, and we are attending to our breath or to the chant. And those are both active qualities of our mind. It's also important at the same time to open ourselves up to a quality of sensing. And so even as we're attending to the breathing, and there may be thoughts and feelings occurring, it's okay. They're going to become clearer, and it may seem like there may be more of them. But it's also important to have a kind of global sensing of both yourself and even the environment to some extent, so that while we're attending to the breathing, and we may know that thoughts are coming and going, over the course of some time we may notice just in a very background kind of open, spacious way that there is a kind of a settlement of our being. And we're sensing that. And so all of those things are occurring concurrently. And sensing is something we will spend more time on. But it's a very, very important capacity for us to pay attention to.
Okay, so we'll do another short sequence and then close with our dedication. So once again, it only takes a moment to take your deep seat, feel the alignment from the center of the earth that actually continues through your body. Let your sits bones do the work of supporting you. Invite your muscles, your shoulders especially, facial muscles, cheek, mouth, to be at ease. Tuck your chin in. This greatly helps the flow of your body's currents. So you're just at peace. And your intention is to gently bring your attention to your breath, the experience of breathing, how the inflow opens your heart, your chest, expands you, gives you more space, fills that space with gentle dynamism that you can use in your life. And then you let go and find a particular kind of ease within that space. And just sensing into that. And when you notice your mind has gone elsewhere, just bring it back. Back to the sensing, to the richness of this moment in your life, in your being, in your mind, in your body. Hmm?
Just do the blessing.
Not the dedication. Really? So we'll do the blessing, the bottom of the page. With all of you in mind, we light this lamp of clarity. May the glow of love, wisdom shine within us, everyone, till we all rise forth born in one enlightened mandala. And we send
Go on there.
send prayers to all of our teachers in particular, all beings throughout space. May they be free of suffering. May they have happiness. And very specifically to near and dear to us.
Josh, Mel, Marla, Jimmy, Jaya, Sangeeta, Shivani, Kaya, Patabi, Kyla, Ursula, Debbie, Anne Marie, all those recovering from stroke, Meredith's son to be born, baby, Joe Newton, Hans, Lucia and Leo Degar, Skin and Kay, or Nicole and Kingo, Steve, Janae, William and James, Roya and her family, Jen and her kids, Lynn and Terry, all, Alex, our family, Elizabeth, Mark, Alice Wallet, Marcus White and the Bardo, Jude Lewis and the Bardo, David, Dominica and family, Robert and the Bardo, Robert, Ted, Kelly, Ron, Michelle, Loretta at new job, Gwen, Celeste A, Angelica A, Ian, Andrew A, Gloria for retreat, Anthony, Victor, Claire's family, her sister Rebecca and brand new baby, Kathy Kerr, Kathy's mother in the Bardo, Tim M, Max Panzer, Michelle Panzer, Kim, Ruben and baby, Carol Hoy and her mother, Frederica Title, Gloria and 3-year retreat, Sharon and family.
John Ramsey.
And John Ramsey and Ela Ramsey in the Bardo.
And so allow the sense of refreshment and radiance that is actually natural to your mind to arise in the center of your chest as an orb of light. You don't have to work at it, it's just there. It's a natural quality of mind. And then we're going to sound the sound ah this time, a very open sound. And feeling that your mind and its good intentions are extending out to everyone in the room, to everyone throughout Houston, everybody at the game. By the end of the ah, gone throughout all of space so that all beings in the entire cosmos can benefit from your good wishes today.
We are all happy that you came, and there are only 8 weekends of the year that this occurs. We're sorry about that, but it's only this messy 8 weekends of the year. We are starting a new course on Tuesday. It really will be dealing with our reaction patterns and working with our reaction patterns. That's from 7 to 9 on the first and third Tuesdays. Next Saturday, I will be doing with Mark and Claire, a course on Buddhist wisdom from 9:30 to 5:30. It's specifically delving into the Buddhist tradition and its teachings on wisdom and mindfulness. We've got a kids program running today for about 6 weeks, and then there'll be a kids program for the 9 to 13-year-olds starting in November. What else? Anything?
Mm-hmm.
Practice Tuesdays on 2nd and 4th Tuesdays from 7 to 9, open to all who just wish to sit with us. And the teen program is when? Did that happen yesterday?
Yes, that was yesterday.
Okay.
And it will continue, so we welcome teens. And we had a successful, a very happy peer-led retreat this weekend. And there will be another one, probably by December, and we'll tell you more about it. And we're looking at ways to expand it also so that more people can participate. Just a word, the program that starts on Tuesday, as Harvey said, it's really about sensing into our own way of being in the world, and we do it with the in the context of the 5 elements, which is a traditional way of thinking about one's own being throughout Asia, and this particular way of doing it also in the Buddhist tradition. So, for example, when you're sitting, you're feeling really antsy and you can't sit still, one way of moving into experiencing and feeling into what that is to describe it as the air element, because wind is always ready to move. So that's the kind of template we'll be using for that course. Okay, we also now are having first Sundays. Harvey and I will be giving a short discussion of Buddhism at 10:30 on the first Sundays of October, November, and December. So we'll have that. So if you'd like to come on the first Sundays, 10:30, you can come for yoga at 9:30, and then 10:30 a little introduction to Buddhist principles, and then our regular meditation at 11. So you're invited to all of that. We're on Facebook. If you like us on Facebook, you will. If we have your name, I hope we have your email. If you would like to, get updates about our programs, give your email to Jerry. Lovely to see you all. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, everyone, for bringing your presence here this afternoon. Have a good Sunday.